Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Jay Voodoo Child, and we are playing Total War Troy on Epic. We've got a Spartan campaign, normal. It is turn 68 still. A lot to do on this turn, but we are closing in on the end, and we're trying to decide what to do with getting out of this vice that we're kind of finding ourselves in. So, I've decided to pull Menelaus out of this army and replace him with another general. And I'm definitely going to replace them with someone who can only be wounded, not killed, because I fully think there's a good chance I'll get killed this in turn. And that's because we got a fresh stack of 16 here. We've got a damage stack of 19 with Hector, who's very hard to kill. Both within running range of here. And I believe this is close enough to make landfall and be close enough to the city. Maybe I'll get lucky and have a little room. But they may be able to come in right here, be next to it to initiate the attack, and then draw on these reinforcements to completely wipe out. I've got very damaged garrisons. I've got a damaged group. So, yeah, I think I could lose this quite easily. So, yeah, definitely going to replace him. Now, an interesting discovery, which I've never really noticed before, because I don't think I've done this before, is if I replace the hero, they come in at level 1. But if I recruit the hero, they come in at level 7 because I have bonuses out there that apparently only activate when I'm doing recruitment and not replacement. So just kind of beware of those technicalities. Actually, hold on. I had it there. So I got +4 for here and +2 from here, and then rank 1. And I'm pretty sure, since it'll be right next, that I can swap units, pop Menelaus outside, get the garrison back inside, and that might be a thought, to leave the garrison outside and maybe you can escape with whatever survivors I have. Actually, I like that idea a lot. So, Hector.
The gods have cast us as enemies. We must accept.
I do not want to initiate diplomacy with you. I just want to figure out your range. Alright. Coming over here is problematic because they're at war with these two fellows, even though they're not attacking. But as far as their zone of controls, only give them a little bit of beachhead, like right in here maybe. And then trying to circumventulate, or whatever the word is. Navigate, excuse me, the city's zone of control to reach close enough here to reinforce, like right in here. So I'm thinking out my escape plan is going to be out this way. Now making that happen is going to be rather interesting. Let's just see. Anyway, I've loaded up the game from those kind of misclicks I did while going through and explaining things. And now my major choice is which general to recruit. I've got 2 immortals. And one of them does not like garrisons and does not like signing peace treaties. Gets motivation from winning battles and areas as respected. And is a defender veteran. I know its skill tree and I like it a lot. However, I'm going to go with the Warlord Commander. +2 motivation for kills, +2 motivation for loot sacks and raises, and -2 for signing peace treaty, which I can't do at this point, and minus motivation after a hero ransoms captives. So losing battles won't even reduce their what have you. I'm sorry, I can't. Words, they are hard sometimes. And I was thinking previously that if Menelaus was to get up here and start operating against Trojan and their allies, then I may want to bring a second stack along just to have overwhelming force in order to deal with potential swarms like I'm facing right now. And then to use the one that, sacks and all, because one of the problems, as we saw back with the gold mine near Athens, is once you get into these regions on the mainlands of things, you can only trade them away to your neighbors. And if your neighbors are all hostile to them, then you don't have any trading partners to kind of ditch them for resources and diplomacy bonuses like you do with islands. And so just burning them to the ground to begin with, or making them worthless by looting them, sounds better as far as. And normally I wouldn't use those types of tactics when just attacking them. Like I said, fairly lawful good when it comes to how my generals behave. But in this situation, it might behoove me just to, burn and sack and all those good things, or bad things, I really should say, to campaign in this area. Because, again, getting rid of these things and like doing scorch earth type tactics are much harder to do on the mainland than with islands. So I was already looking at bringing in that faction. But yeah, let's get the ball rolling on this. Alcmaeon. I'm trying to resist very hard calling him Alki, but so let's recruit.
I've got what it takes.
I've still got Zeus's favor, so a little bonus there. And you are actually, I think, are in a good spot to retreat. So, yeah, let's just try there.
I'll not falter.
Alright, can you interact with my good friend here? It's not looking like you can.
We will go down in history.
So we'll try the other way. Let's just grab all these.
I'll do it right. I'll win or die trying.
I will not give up.
I
Right.
know their weaknesses.
Let's look at your skill tree. Do you have recruitment bonuses? but extra ammunition and missile resistance. Since I pretty much have this, I mean, the militia I'm replacing can get +2. I mean, that is good. So just shy of an upgrade. Ooh, any upgrade? All right, recruitment. That's paying your own upkeep. That's nice. Influence. Do I want stone or wood? All right, definitely want food. Actually, let's reset this. Save. All right, E plus hero.
I remain undaunted.
You are coming back home. If I can figure out how to do that. Okay, that's interesting. I cannot recall him. I can only replace him. Because he's my faction leader, I guess. So, leave him here to be defeated. And strip him first. Or replace him with... I'm
Restoring
thinking
honor.
replace him with a general. I don't like their motivations. And just leave him here to die. Can I choose no one? Alright, so automatically selects the first one. Alright, so who do we not care about losing because they're just going to be a level 1 fodder, essentially. Zeus respected and organized games. That's good. Oh, there was a one in here that had a losing favor. Or was that another campaign? Alright, must have been another campaign. Alright, negatives. Or positives. Alright, error respected. It is reinforcing or being reinforced. So has to fight outside. Ends a turn in enemy territory. That doesn't bother me. No reinforcements. He's okay, I guess. Alright. High foreign influence. Wins battle in foreign territories. Does not garrison and fights in own territory. I mean, with my envoy creating influence outside of my territory, I could see a use for this one. All right, ends turn in region with temple. That's not likely. Apollo raiding stance or sacks or raises. I mean, that I could work with. Motivation occupies a settlement. That I do a lot. Organize games or interns garrison. That I do a lot. Province with high foreign influence. I'm guessing that's 40 or something. And loot sacks or raises. I think I can work around this. Sacks raises Trojans. Wins a battle against Trojans. Occupies a Trojan settlement. And signs peace with Trojans. This I like the least because it forces me to loot, sack, and raise instead of occupy if I wanted to work the motivation. So that's a possibility there. Wins a battle, positive populace. Loses a battle, negative populace. This is like one of my favorites. It's just real easy to do. Has a passive, has, something that I hope to do a lot, win or not lose. All right, Athena wins a battle, loses a battle, minus, and negative populace. So I can work with this. All right, Zeus's respective, organized games, negative populace, or kills captives. So all my guys are very good. I guess that's why I went with this random selection. If I had to end one, I guess it would be hate Trojans. And if they don't get attacked this in turn and I survive this encounter, then I will have another sack option when I start going offensive with this group up here. So let's replace that.
Always with honor.
Alrighty. Now I'm going to try and get a better angle on the retreat.
My weapons are keen.
So we're going to pop out this
warrior.
level 1,
Secure the perimeter.
pop in, and then get a different angle.
Let's make war.
Your cause is mine.
Pop back in. Recruit
love a
with my
challenge.
main stack.
That's clear enough.
Replacements. And then have a
Great
extra body
deeds
here.
await. As you say.
And I think I'm good. Let me just do the global single turns militia as well. Really up the force here. That may dissuade him from attacking this or my northern province. And, you know, I certainly have the food for upkeep. Definitely will have the food for upkeep if I lose this battle. So yeah, getting some extra fodder I'm okay with. Even if it's short-lived. So, like what's going on there. Building that. So if I survive, I can trade this away fully stacked, and that increases its value. Same here. If I lose that battle, I'm going to give this away as soon as possible, because I don't have any real strong defenses here. And 7 will not survive against anything that these guys throw at me. They're going to be coming at me with full stacks, and they'll just roll over a basic garrison. So I'll get rid of this as quickly as possible if I lose that force up north. Everything's standard here. As I said, I'll grab colonies and kind of do the same thing, and then decide much later what, if anything, I want to do with this island down here. No changes here. No changes here. Gonna wait till the priestesses are up here to do my swap out. Some major changes here. All right. Demolishing the temple. Demolishing this building. Demolishing upkeep or growth. So I'm going to put a farm in here to reduce recruitment costs for my Warriors of Artemis. I'm going to put the Temple of Artemis here. I'm going to put the range military building here. I'm only 2 turns away from... Oh no, that's right. I was going to switch this as well. I'm going to switch this over to military buildings. So that's in 3 turns. Glad I caught that. So this is going to be that military building. And this is going to be this building over here. And I'll probably start that next turn when I do a envoy for 30% off. And influence I'm going to keep here mainly to offset this, which may stick around for a while, and I'll be converting this over to a negative influence. This I will keep, and this is probably about the only thing that is benefiting. But if I can get an extra 480 for that, I'm good with that. And hopefully I can get this down for free. So, that's what I'm doing there. And I'm probably just going to work on one region at a time. I'm not sure if idle envoys help discounts at all. So yeah, that's something I can check. So this costs... So right now I just recruited all 3 envoys. So 2,854 wood, 998 stone, and 247 gold. And at the start of the next turn, I can see if those costs go down any Actually, they will because of this tent. So let me look someplace else. Well, I won't have envoys there. So anyway, if it goes down more than 10%, then I know that idols are helping me out. So fine there. Not in a rush there, and saving up resources basically for big things to happen. And just letting this go for 5 and trying to decide what I want to do down here. Maybe a Temple of Poseidon. Doing Ares there. Doing Zeus at Arc Asia. So yeah, this will likely be a Poseidon here. I like Poseidon because it gives me food for all ports. Where are you? So campaign arrangement for starting here, construction time. Those are minus, minor bonuses for having the temple itself. But basically, since this is out of the way, I would have to maintain that with hecatombs on occasion. But here, extra campaign movement at sea, minus siege time, but second tier, 40% extra treasures, and plus 100 food per port, basically. So I'll just try and get into that middle range and then wait for regular decay to knock it down to the bottom, and then I'll build up the final one and then try and keep it up there with hecatombs. And then when all that is done, I'll take down everything and then rebuild it to start the cycle again. All right. And not doing anything in roads right now. Definitely gonna wait to see what happens up north. So if I have to build a replacement army, I guess it will start here. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, real good. All right, so we're going to look at the levels.
I've got what it takes.
All right, what else we want to do with your levels? Let's just throw in a quick save there. So your starting ability costs rage. So typically I'll go with one that does not have rage here. Extra speed I like. All right, what are we doing with this? Target self, extra attack, extra defense. All right. So speed and stamina. Like those. Target myself and anyone near me. Oh, increase the speed. Okay, like that. Or increases the range. I'm definitely going to go with speed there. So those are 2 of my 6 points. I will probably have agent defense since they are I'm sorry, to get into enemy territory. So that's possibly another 2. Ammunition, which I don't have a whole lot of missiles in this particular army. So I'm probably going to pass on this. Plus, I may want to just get +2 for my militia recruits anytime I kill them off and replace them. Wise may save that for later because I'm not in critical food, and I'll just kind of have this as a reserve. Definitely don't need extra recruitment. All right. Minus army, or minus armor, excuse me, and minus morale. So I like that. Against a single enemy. Not sure whether that affects the enemies around them. I don't think it does. Or a rage cost for minus morale. So I'd rather have the free morale plus minus armor, so they'll be taking hits faster and having another morale dump there. So definitely 2 here. And charge. I mean, charge with shielded units, which I have mostly of, is maybe 1 to 2 points. So, I mean, this is not, I mean, 20%, that's more, but still not a whole lot of goodness here. Range on javelins. I do have 2 javelins in this group, but I don't know, not worth 2 points. Even though I do want to extend javelin range for sure. All right, so I think we got our 6. And what was the other one? I guess it was going to be you. Yeah, agent defense. I'd rather have agents kill themselves trying to attack me. Or at least wound themselves. Get taken off the board one way or the other. So, you are outside the battle range, can choose to refuse to reinforce if necessary. And since I think the only attack is coming from this range, I may have some space to squeeze out here because, well, maybe not. But it does complicate things for Hector because your zone control is further out than...
For glory.
Yeah, I can't see... If your zone of control is, will put them out of reinforcement range. So, yeah, I kind of like the setup. And Menelaus, for story purposes, because I'm making that up, is escorting Helen back home. It's silly when people talk about immersion in Total War games because, you know, supposedly these 2 heroes that I've just recruited into my frontier have not been a part of this army all along and have been hanging out in my home area where the palace is technically. You know, certainly I've not had these strong units and all my armies that I could recruit here or there at any time for the first time, but we still worry about immersion. Yeah, okay, whatever. There's so many gamified things in this game. We should recognize that. All right. Agent's not moved.
When the gods
Oh.
speak, the wise
I did
listen.
reload. So, yeah, let's maximize our Apollo. Or not maximize, but get a further refresh. Don't think that's going to help much.
All gratitude to the gods.
Alright, hero not moved. Oh, I still got to decide what to do with these guys. I had a thought. Alright, they both have plus
We will go down in history.
recruitment. They both do. I like the skill tree. I mean, for just basic fighting. What are your motivations? Ends turn with region with temple. Apollo is respected. Rating stance or raises. So this is a good one for hanging out in Sparta.
I'll win, or die trying.
Elitist. Wins alone, which is problematic with garrisons at least. Ends turn in organized games, which I may not do a whole lot in this phase of the campaign because I'm not really worried about happiness or growth at this point much. Minus motivation, losing, and negative populace. So, I mean, and let me just double check demo. If I want to cycle him out. What am I trying to do here? Details. Prudent. Athena. A weaker army. All right. Athena is respected. You're level 10 already, right? Where can I see your... Oh, yeah, motivation. 10. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
You can count on me.
So do I keep 3? that is his personal guard, which makes sense for what I'm trying to do with my campaigns. Or do I combine it for the 6 because I'm in my main area? Alrighty. So I'm going to be late for that meeting. That's okay. Now, this is a significant decision, surprisingly. I'm going to combine them and leave them here because I can rebuild them when I get back to Rhodes, which is where I'm sending the other one. So were you the one with the extra movement? I think you were the slow one because I put on movement.
I won't give ground.
So you had the ship. Yeah, movement at sea. +5 movement there.
It will be epic.
All right, so yeah, you do have the seafaring. So you are going to Rhodes, and you are getting a ship. Menelaus is keeping his ship. Alright, you're not getting Menelaus shield. Axe units. I don't think anyone has those. Influence in this province. Alright, that's going to the guy who's staying. Minus 2 turns wounded. And passive hit points. I'm giving this to my new immortal. Menelaus belt, so you can keep that. For axe units. Club units. All right. So, we decided you are sailing back to Rhodes, so
By the numbers. On our way.
You can get back in the water.
For sail.
You
I'll see them off. Man the gates.
gonna hang out in Sparta.
They won't get through.
Alright, garrison not moved. That's up there. That's
Armed and
fine.
ready.
And a bunch of unassigned skill points, which I'm okay with. Alright. 45 minutes into the episode, and I'm ready to see what happens. Alright. What you doing? Oh, you are not pinching. Alright, so my northern forces survive. So I'm guessing they sacked it, but lost a battle up there. Or not sacked it, but looted it. Not loot because they would have taken. What's the other one? I guess sacked it is the one where they don't engage, but that's kind of ignoring me altogether. I feel insulted. Alright. Dardanian is sailing south. Where are they going? Another one sailing south. So they're either going against my brother on his island there, or versus me. Just kind of trying to not make it look obvious. Keep me guessing. But separately, I can handle them. Well, even though that I have to check to see whether they are aligned together, whether they can fight together, even though they're both at war with me. I think these guys were trying to come down and take out the rebels for me. Wow, trespassing. How nice of them. So yeah, clear sailing at this point. My native unit, or my level 1 didn't die. So how low did you go? So I think you only lost the last tier of the building, even though all 3 were destroyed. So that's kind of good to know, particularly with that Poseidon thing I was talking about. Rating. Oh yeah, up there. Congratulations. I mean, I guess your happiness is going down. Oh no. Alright, firm but fair for demo. I wonder if he's done with his lazy procrastination self. I guess that's something I'm going to have to worry about with the other one, but they do have battle experience, so maybe they'll avoid those. I'll take a quick look at that. All right.
With honor.
So I can definitely get more diplomacy with a 20 stack instead of a 5 stack.
Born for war.
Not possible.
All right, so let's just get in the water.
I'll do it right. Up anchor.
Let's get you in.
Unwavering
Oh
loyalty.
no, shoot, wrong one.
I know my
All right.
duty.
Gotta reload. So let me end the episode there, because I was clicking on the wrong unit apparently. Thank you all for watching another episode. I know I didn't get a whole lot done there, but explaining things, kind of working them out in my head, and doing some maneuvers to kind of weather a possible scenario that I kind of saw happening with being pinched by Hector. And either way, I would have fought it and lost it and done what I could with, you know, those units. Maybe try and escape with the full stack that I've had all along that I still would like to keep. You know, certainly I've been fighting with those guys constantly. I don't want to throw them away, but I think I did enough to kind of maneuver out of that potential bad spot. And maybe with those changes and those recruitments, they thought twice about coming after me in my weakened state. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I do want to hear from your comments. So anyway, please feel free to do that. Until next time, thank you.